It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Eagles on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here, and it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing right away is Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trim in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They spent the week of practice, Sam. We know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Hurts. He's got Smith here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Goes right back to Smith again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 82 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Brown goes in motion left. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of an MVP-caliber season. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he's up over 3,000 now on the year. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Daniels.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Powering his way forward.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Washington offense set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side is Brown. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, now how about this return?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a...
They set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This from 25 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
To throw is Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. And Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Pushes past him.
And he is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. It'll be Hurts on the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Daniels looking to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. Now Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the option, here's Robinson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Slot man moves right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down inside the 15 he goes. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Commanders' 12-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
Big strides, look at him go.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick-6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick-6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick-6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Washington ready to try again on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The slot man in motion right. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Operating from the gun, Daniels. This is caught by Robinson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Seibert's kick is good, and they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, powering forward. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Washington.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. A give to Robinson on the option. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hurts. Open man is Uzama. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Over the middle here to Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. That's their 1st time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the 1st half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go play action. Daniels.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Daniels looking to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more, and he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Here's Daniels.
Ertz over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
And the Commanders' first down.
Now Daniels.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. And that's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw is Daniels.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 46 yards.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Barkley.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll get this complete to Sennett, the tight end.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake, Daniels.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down, Washington.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Slot man moves right. Back to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hurts. And that went to the right side and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense,
And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another try for Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed out.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Washington offense back out there. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Commanders.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Eagles' 6-yard line.
In motion right, one of the tight ends.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings us 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He dumps it off to Barkley. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Daniels looking to throw.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off-play action. Daniels.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Able to slither by.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.